Welcome to Golf Fitness Training, and on this webinar we're going to talk about three important things today. We're going to talk about what golfers are not doing to improve their game. We're going to talk about how to get golf fit ready, and that's going to end up meaning that you're going to hit the ball longer and feel a lot stronger. And we're also going to take a look at what kind of program you need if you want to play your best golf. And I'm your host, David Elliott, and with me today is one of golf's foremost golf fitness experts, Chris Henning. Chris, I want to thank you for taking the time today for spending some time and sharing some of your knowledge about how to get fit and also play better golf.
Oh, no problem. I'm excited to be here today.
Okay, now, yesterday before we started, I was talking about how I was on the golf course, and actually today I'm feeling kind of sore and tight. Like most golfers, especially amateur golfers, weekend golfers, what would you say are probably the biggest mistakes they make when it comes to their own fitness?
Well, essentially, most people today work desk jobs, and they have very sedentary lifestyles, and they have poor nutrition, do enough stretching, probably no stretching at all. And if they do work out, they're probably not golf-centric style workouts. So I would say poor nutrition, not enough stretching, and improperly designed workouts would be the top three mistakes.
Okay. Now, how is important as we all get older, and a golfer like myself, I'm now over the age of 50, is there a difference between when it comes to training for someone who's under 40 versus somebody who's over 40?
Absolutely. As we age, we start to lose muscle mass, flexibility. So it's important to start taking care of yourself. The younger the better. The sooner the better, as it makes aging more graceful. One of the toughest things is when you are a little bit older trying to get into a workout program. However, I think once you start getting the flexibility and range of motion going, the workouts become a little bit easier.
And is there a difference between men and women when it comes to their golf fitness?
In my training programs, I don't really differentiate between men and women. However, I do get some questions from ladies about having a large bosom and the problems that causes with golf swing. And I would say that if the problem is weight related, that can definitely be improved through fitness. And if not, because some of the ladies were very petite that asked this question, and I would say to them, I would probably go to your local teaching pro and get a lesson on that.
Okay. Now, what do you see as probably the biggest danger when it comes to golf fitness?
Basically doing nothing. As we age, we get tighter, we lose muscle mass, our metabolism slows, which makes it harder to keep the fat off. So essentially doing nothing is probably the biggest danger, because that will end up biting you in the end.
Now, if you, a weekend golfer like myself, if I was to add a fitness program, what are some of the benefits that I should start to see by getting involved with a fitness program?
Well, for myself, I used to be an assistant pro at a golf course, and I was very active, very physically active. I would exercise quite a bit, and I took a desk job, and I gained a lot of weight. I gained about 40 pounds. I was working at a desk job and lost a lot of my flexibility, and it really took away the enjoyment of the game to me. However, when I started to exercise and bring myself back into shape, the first thing that I noticed was an almost instant increase of distance just from losing excess belly fat that I had. I had gained 40 pounds. I was weighing them around 245 pounds.
Wow.
At the worst. That's a lot of weight. And it carries over, though, the fat loss. It's more than just golf. The golf fitness programs I write also help people in their day-to-day lives. Some of the other benefits that I got were more endurance. The back nines were tough when I was overweight. And as I lost that weight, I found myself able to score better late in the round.
Wow.
And also had a lot less low back discomfort carrying around that big old belly that I had.
Now, when someone was looking to improve their fitness and they realize that, you know what, I've got to do something if I want to continue to play the game I'm not going to say at a higher level like a pro level, but at least at a level that they're not going to have any discomfort going forward. What should you be looking to when it comes to putting together a program?
The number one thing that I suggest is losing any excess belly fat that you might have. So start with losing those extra pounds. That in itself is going to help your game tremendously. Another thing I see is most people are rounded and deconditioned from sitting in a chair all day. So stretching and flexibility and range of motion should be high on their program design list. Just those two things alone would be great, but when you add in strength and power training, you can really elevate your game. And I might add that a lot of fat loss programs today are now focusing on using weights to help increase muscle mass, and that helps people lose a little more fat as well.
But honestly, I mean, do you really need to be in really good shape to play golf? I mean, the equipment is so much better now. It makes it easier for someone to get the ball in the air and to get the distance. Will better fitness, especially towards your golf game, really make a change?
Well, I mean, you can argue. You can look at Carl Peterson on the PGA Tour, and he's quite a bit overweight, and he seems to play well. However, if you look on a consistency basis, he's not really there in the top 10 as often as, say, a Tiger Woods or a Rory or even a Sergio. In the old days, honestly, most of those guys weren't in shape, but I would ask people to ask themselves, how tired are you after the round or on the back nine? How do you feel? Are you tight? Do you have aches and pains? If you can answer those questions, I would bet that most people that don't exercise are feeling tight, they're tired, they're sore. But another thing to think about is most people, you brought up equipment. If everybody is buying the latest and greatest driver, and everybody has it, what real competitive advantage do you have over your playing partners when they have just bought the same, TaylorMade or whatever driver that's out that's promising more yards? It's hard to gain an advantage when everyone else is doing the same thing. If you want to compete and give yourself the best chance of winning, more yards and whatnot, do something your competition is unwilling to do or doesn't know how to do properly, which is, exercising and golf fitness.